Hey guys, this is Kryptonio back with a quick video on the channel. Again, all videos are quick. I don't know if you guys are sick of hearing me say that or not, but another quick video nonetheless. Today the video is about Jazz May. Jazz May is up almost 20% on the day. Jazz May is another one of the cryptos in the Degen Kryptonio's Vault portfolio. So guys know I've been holding that one for a long time also. For a while. Average buy price on Jazz May in the Degen portfolio is 0.004, which is a pretty good buy-in. I wish it would have been down in the threes, but hey, it is what it is. Still a great buy-in, almost double on that investment right now. Moving over to trading view. So what Jasmine has been forming on the weekly, and I told you guys earlier, I love looking at the weekly charts. The weekly charts always give you what you're looking for. They're not always beautiful, but they give you what you're looking for. And I absolutely uh, love looking at the weekly charts because I know if I'm going to get a good breakout, then the weekly chart is going to be the one I want to be looking at. It started to form a inverted head and shoulders here on the weekly. Um, and look like we're beginning to break out of it. You can say it's a range because it was a range, and these are kind of like almost still like the bear market lows when you get down here. This is uh this is 003. So our average buy prices are right around this area, right around where the shoulders are is where the average buy price for the Kryptonios vault. But look like we're kind of breaking out of the bear market lows, this range down here that we've been in for a very, very long time. It looks like we're about to get some breathing room here, but this is the weekly. So this candle here has all the way until Sunday before this candle closes. But it'd be nice if we close this weekly candle outside of this line. And if we do start to pull back, that we come back and test this line and bounce off of it. That would be great. But it started creating that inverse head and shoulders. And we all know that as a bullish setup pattern. So been watching that for the last couple of weeks, trying to see what it was going to do, and it's finally breaking out of that pattern. I'm going to go over to the 4 hour so we can zoom in a little bit. So after I draw my lines, I always like to do my TA on the higher time frames because the lower time frames are more susceptible to the volatility, and you could really be making a wrong choice on those unless you're trading on the short term. And if you're trading on the 4 hour or the 1 hour, then it is what it is from that point. But when you go over to the 4 hour, you can see that we have been range bound for a long time on that. A couple of times we peeked our head out, but every time we peeked the head out, we got sent back in, came back out, got sent back in, came back out, got sent back in again, stayed at the bottom. Good accumulation down through here through this point. Great accumulation area. Big ups to anybody who was accumulating at this time because that was absolutely amazing. Hit the bottom one more time, came up, got sent back down again. So that line right there is some big resistance. Hopefully, we can start to close candles on the hour and the 4 hour outside of it. That will eventually lead to closing candles on the daily and the weekly, and then so on and so forth. It would be the monthly, and we could keep going up. But on the 4 hour, you can already see that we're getting a rejection, and that's fine. What we're hoping to, if we do meander around here and go up, or we come back down, we touch this line and meander here, or bounce off it and go up. But we want to hold this line, and if we start holding the line on the hour and on the 4 hour, then it's more than likely we'll start holding the line on the daily and the weekly, and that will make a big difference. Going over to coin market cap, just taking a look at the chart on the coin market cap, and sometimes looking at this chart can really help you, know that you're still in at a real good price. Even though if you're somebody who's buying Jazz May right about now, you're still in on a good price, and I'm going to show you why. So that's the daily. This is the 7 day. 7 day looks good, but on the 7 day, you can see that we're having a pullback, that the pullback is still going, even though we're pumping today. So I'm going to go over to the monthly. And on the monthly, you can see that we're getting a rejection there at the 008, and we're starting to pull back. On the yearly, it starts to get really, really red here, guys. It starts to get really, really red. But on the yearly, we're up 2.37%. But you can even see that inverse head and shoulders in this yearly chart. So that's why I think Jasmine might be getting ready to blast off. But you can see we're poking our head above that yearly resistance line right there. So if we can, we've tried it a couple times right here, right here, right here, and every time we touched it, we got sent back to the shadow realm. So hopefully we can hold outside of this. So I'm gonna go to all, and this is the chart that I really wanted to show you guys. When you go to the all, we're still flatlining. We are still flatlining. We are DEAD. Beep. We dead. But we ain't dead. We the Frankenstein monster. We coming back. So when you kind of those little blips that you see, if you can see when you go to all and you can see any kind of blip, I mean any kind of blip, that is gonna those moves are, they look little, but those moves are massive, and I'm gonna show you why. Look at that move. Look at that move, guys. That is that the top of that move right there. If I can get it to stick, that's 24 cents. Almost 25 cents the top of those two moves right there. 24 and 23, I think this one was when I was looking at it earlier. That's 23 and 24 cents. We're not even at a penny yet. Those little blips that you see are massive. And if you could zoom in right here, there's a blip right there. And that blip is 50 cents. So those are gonna be some, this little blip right here is probably, can't really get to it, but that blip right there, I think is 5 cents. But when you zoom in just a little bit from the all, those little blips you see, those are massive moves. I mean, that is like a, even if that got to a, if we're not even at a penny yet, that is like a 20, that's like a 20x. Once from a penny. From a penny, that's a 25x, because it would be going to 25 cents. If it went back to this high, that would be a 25x. Can we do a 25x in the next bull run? I think we can, ladies and gentlemen. I think we can do a 25x in the next bull run, and we could touch that. We may even zoom past all of that. And the bottom of this move right here is $1. The dollar area sits right there. So if we ever get back there, that's $1.10 at the bottom, at the bottom of that. That'll be massive resistance. It'll be massive at 50 cents. It would be absolutely massive at 50 cents. But that is the dollar area. But when you zoom out, that's not that, it doesn't look that far, but it's far. But that's $1. That's $1 right there. So guys, that's kind of what I wanted to show you guys on today's video. Remember to like and subscribe. Cryptonio out.